Hi everyone, welcome back. You have studied about simple interest in the lower grades. We know that the formula to find the simple interest is SI is equal to PTR by 100, where P is the principal, T is the time, and R is the rate. Usually, when we say interest, it always means that it is a simple interest. Today, let's discuss about compound interest and we can learn how to calculate the compound interest without using the formula. The compound interest will be final amount minus the original amount. Let's solve few sums and understand about the compound interest. Consider this question. Rupees 8,000 is lent at 5% compound interest per year for 2 years. Find the amount and the compound interest for 2 years. This is what our question. If it was to find the simple interest, it would have been very easy for us. Directly we could have calculated. Just let's see how to calculate the simple interest first. So we have to write the given data first. The P is equal to 8,000. Time is 2 years and the rate is 5%. So if you're finding the simple interest, this will be PTR by 100. 8,000 into 2 into 5 by 100, and that is same as 80 into 10, that's equal to 800. So this will be the simple interest for 2 years if we were calculating the simple interest. But here in this question, it is given that we need to find the compound interest. Let's see how to find the compound interest. Here, if it was a simple interest, directly we can find it for the number of years given. But whenever we are finding the compound interest, we need to find the interest earned for each year, and that interest should be added with the principal amount, and that will be the principal for the next year. In the same way, if it is given for 3 years, we have to find the interest for 3 years also. Let's find it. So for this question, write off all the data. First, P is equal to 8,000, T is equal to 2 years, and R is equal to 5%. Now let's find the interest for the first year. So first we have to find the compound interest for first year. The formula is the same to find the interest, that is PTR by 100. Interest is equal to PTR by 100, 8,000 into 1 into 5 by 100. Here the total period of time is 2 years. Since we are finding the compound interest, as I have told you, we need to find the interest for each year, and that will be added with the principal to get the next year's principal. So we have to do it yearly. Since it is calculated, it is compounded, or the interest is calculated per year. So first let's find the interest for the first year, and that is same as 400 rupees. So the interest for the first year is 400. Now let's find the principal for the next year. So the principal for second year, P for second year is 8,000 plus 400. That is equal to 8,400 rupees. That's the principal for the second year. Now let's find the interest for the second year. Interest is equal to 8,400 into, here the principal changes, 8,400 into 1 into 5 by 100. Cancel these two zeros, and 84 into 100, that is 420 rupees. This is the interest for the second year. So whenever the question is to find the compound interest for 2 years, we need to add the interest for the first year as well as for the second year. We will get the total compound interest. So compound interest for 2 years is equal to 400 plus 420, and that is equal to 820 rupees. This is the compound interest for both the years. And there is one more question to find the amount also. The amount after 2 years is equal to, so the principal for the second year was 8,400 plus the interest for the second year, that is 420. So that will be 8,820. This is the total amount after 2 years. So this is how you have to simplify the question of compound interest. Here we have taken the time as 1 year in each case because it's given that the interest is compounded per year. That is the reason we have considered time as 1 year in each case. Now look at the next question. Find the amount and the compound interest on rupees 10,000 at 8% per annum in 1 year, interest being compounded half yearly. Interest being compounded half yearly. Before we start solving this sum, you need to remember few more important points that based on the period of calculation of interest, if interest is compounded yearly, every time you calculate the interest for 1 year. That means you will take your time as 1 year as we have solved in the previous case. If the interest is compounded half yearly, every time you calculate the interest for half year. That means you will consider the time as half year in this particular question. And also remember that compound interest is always greater than the simple interest. Now let's consider this question. First, write off all the data given. P is equal to rupees 10,000. Time is 1 year. Rate is 8%. These are the data given, and here one more important thing, the interest is being compounded half yearly. So your interest will add up in every half years. That means the time 1 year is given, you need to find the interest for 2 half years. So let's start doing this. The first one, the interest for the first half year we have to find. For the first half year, that is I is equal to PTR by 100, or CI we can write because we are finding the compound interest. P is 10,000 into time is half year. The rate is 8% divided by 100. When you simplify this, you will get this as 400 rupees. So 400 rupees is the compound interest. Now let's find the principal for the second year. So you have to add up the compound interest to the principal amount for the first year. We will get the principal for the second year. So that is equal to 10,400. This will be your new principal. That is for the second half year. Now let's find the compound interest for the second half year. CI for the second half year is CI is equal to 10,400 into 1 by 2 into 8 by 100. 0, 0 cancels. This also 4 2s are 8. 4 4s are 16. So rupees 416 will be your compound interest for the second half year. This is the compound interest for the second half year. So let's find the compound interest for the entire 1 year. So CI for 1 year. CI for 1 year is the interest earned in the first half year as well as the interest earned in the second half year. That is 400 plus 416. Together it makes 816. This is the compound interest for the entire 1 year. Now we need to find even the amount as well. So the amount will be obtained by adding the interest for the second half year plus the principal for the second half year. That means 10,400 plus 416. That will be your amount at the end of first year. Or you can find the amount by adding the total compound interest for first year plus the principal for the first year. So let's find, in any way you can find it. Let's find the amount. Amount is equal to, we'll consider this only, the principal for the second half year plus the interest for the second half year. That is 10,816 rupees. This is the amount you get at the end. From the above two sums, you would have already observed that when the interest is compounded yearly, the principal changes or principal increases every year. And when the interest is compounded half yearly, the principal increases in every half year, that is in every 6 months. The period or the time after which the principal changes is called the conversion period. For this particular example, the conversion period was half year because the interest was calculated half yearly. And in the previous question, that is in the first question, the conversion period was 1 year because there the interest was compounded yearly. Now these questions are for you. You can solve it and find the answer. Here you need to calculate the amount as well as the compound interest on rupees 6,000 in 3 years at 5% per year. Interest calculated yearly, and in this case rupees 8,000 in 1.5 years at 15% per annum. Interest is calculated half yearly. So in the first case time will be 1, you have to consider t as 1, and in the second case you have to consider t as half. Solve it and let me know the answer. That's all for today. We'll meet in the next class with a different topic. Thank you.